Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Frenzy, presented by the Venice Pub and Pizzeria of Ishpeming. I'm Sam Ali, and I can't believe I was never asked to be on The Bachelor. Anyways, let's get started with tonight's action as we go to Lakeview Memorial Gym for our Martin Sports Apparel Game of the Week between Negaunee and Norway. Take a look at this guy, though. Where do you get an outfit like that? Amazing. Opening minutes of the game, the Knights were in upset mode early on. Harley Castor goes lefty off the glass for the first basket in this one. Miners respond immediately. It's Haley Fizzat driving to the hoop, and she scores to keep this game tied early on. Then off the Norway miss, it's Fizzat driving again, up and under to perfection as the Negaunee offense begins to build momentum. Later, three-pointer is no good, but Courtney Finola is there to clean it up as the lead increases for the Miners, but the Knights would fight back. Ball goes inside to Jordan Kramer, and she fills it up off glass. Norway would battle as best they could, but the Miners had other plans. Ball goes to Madsen Contio in the post, and she finishes at the hoop. Negaunee wins a hard-fought battle over Norway, 56-44. To the scoreboards now for our two big games tonight. It was Iron Mountain all over Ishpeming, 71-55, thanks to a combined 45 points from Kyle Johnson and Carson Wonders. And it was North Central continuing their domination as they beat Forest Park 68-54. Jason Whitens finished with 27 points for the Jets. Daniel Nasserini had 22 for the Trojans. Let's check out the best fans in the UP at Westwood. Want to know why they're the best? Just listen. Yes, they're chanting my name. That's what I'm talking about. Third quarter, Emeralds up 2, and they add to it. Tyler Tobin off the glass, and the Manistique lead is at 4. Moments later, Westwood gets the ball all the way to the corner for Connor Hanlon, and he nails the three to trim the deficit to 1 point. And they started raining threes from there. Connor Mason from long range, and he nails it as the Patriots battled tooth and nail. But the Emeralds would fight too. It's Tobin, and he's got the jumper, and he gets it to go to keep Manistique in this one. Later, it's Luke Gray with the ball, and he loves to slash to the rim. His shot is good as Gray finished with 12, and Westwood gets the home win tonight, 42-37. More scores now. It was Gladstone over Stevenson, 81-35. Chassell gets the road win over Republic Michigami, 62-30. It was a close one in Escanaba as Escanaba gets the win over Kingsford, 60-57. Kearney Nadeau traveled to Mid-Penn, and they get the win, 51-43. Hunter Eichhorn had 18 for the Wolves. Back to the highlights. The Maroons look to spoil homecoming tonight in Marquette versus the Redmond. Third quarter, Menominee leading by 5, and they're hungry for more. Levi Kempka tips home the shot, extending the lead to a touchdown. And the Maroons continue to crash the boards. Once again, it's Kempka having his way with the Redmond D like a one-man wrecking crew. Marquette's offense needed a spark in a hurry. Luke Papp bounces it to Traylon McFerrin in the corner. Give me all 3 of these. The Redmond were still down 8, though. Menominee was determined to keep it that way. Marcus McKenney slings it down in the low post. Tanner Matthias gets the basket and the foul. Marquette continued to dial it up from long range, though. Jesse Elson-Brook from 3, he gets it to go. However, Marquette had no answer from Menominee down low as the Maroons spoil homecoming with a 14-point road win. More scores as Hancock gets the road win over Lance, 42-40. Dollar Bay squeaks by Baraga, 60-57. In double overtime, Brendan Varleen had 24 for the Vikings. Trout Creek keeps on rolling as they top Jeffers on the road, 73-48. Hurley goes to Ironwood, and they beat the Red Devils 56-34. And it was Lakeland and Hubble over Bessemer, 54-35. Arthur Lyons had 36 for the Lakes. To Stang Nation, where every horse was out of the stable. This place was absolutely packed as Munising is a finalist in the MHSAA Battle of the Fans, well deserved by the loyal audience of Munising. And with all those fans screaming, Superior Central tried to quiet them down early, especially this man, Greg Sepinen. Count that baby in a foul. He would finish with a game high of 20. And the Mustangs would respond with Cade Contreras, jab left, finish strong with the right. Nice play there. Later on, it's Contreras again. This time, he can't go right, so he goes left and puts it in again. A good fight by the Cougars tonight, but Munising and their sensational fan base go home happy as they win it 52-30 the final score. We have reached halftime on this edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Still to come, we've got highlights from the Northern Michigan hockey team as they hosted Minnesota Duluth. That's straight ahead on the Frenzy right here on the UP Sports Authority, ABC 10. Welcome back to Friday Night Frenzy, presented by the Venice Pub and Pizzeria of Ishpeming. The countdown is on for hockey teams in the WCHA, with the standings tighter than ever. Every game and every point is going to count down the stretch. Speaking of stretching, Matthias Dahlstrom was doing that as the Cats played host to UAA. First period, the Seawolves come right at Dahlstrom. Anthony Conti gets a good look, but Dahlstrom was there for the save. No score after one. To the second, NMU on the power play, but it's the Seawolves with another great chance. Dahlstrom stops the shot off the stick of Blake Tatchell. NMU had a 2-1 lead after two. In the third, NMU looking for an insurance goal. Dominic Schein finds Shane Sooth, but Olivier Mantha flashes the leather to make the stop. Later in the third, Tad Kazoon throws it at the net, and the harmless shot squeaks by Dahlstrom, tying the game at 2. Then, with 5.5 minutes to go, NMU on the power play, and for the second straight Friday, Robbie Payne brings the pain. He scores the game winner as the Cats get a 3-2 win and a big 2 points in the conference standings. In the Winter Carnival Series, it was Michigan Tech tonight over Lake Superior State 3-0. Max Vallis scored twice for the Huskies, and Matt Roy scored the other. Jamie Phillips pitches a 31-save shutout. These two teams will meet again tomorrow night with puck drop set for just after 5 o'clock. The Iron Rangers were at Lakeview Arena tonight, and they fell to Munising 7-4. Dallas McLaughlin had 2 goals for Marquette. Austin Klein and Chris Freeborn also scored. These two teams will face off tomorrow at 8 p.m.